Ngayong Biyernes sa DOST Report. Walang hindi kayang abutin ang agham, teknolohiya at inobasyon. Patutunayan yan ng tatlong DOST Regional Directors na magbabahagi ng kanilang mga programa para mapaganda ang kalidad ng buhay ng mga Pilipino mula sa mga special communities at geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas o GIDA sa kanilang rehiyon. Makakasama natin sina Dr. Julius Cesar V. Sica, ang Director ng DOST Region 3, Engineer Jesus F. Zamora Jr., Officer in Charge sa DOST Region 7, at si Engineer Sammy P. Malawan, ang Director ng DOST Region 12. Alamin yan at iba pang Science for the People projects ng Department of Science and Technology mula mismo kay DOST Secretary Fortunato Boy de la Peña. Pakadutukan lahat ng yan sa DOST Report tuwing Biyernes alas 4 ng hapon sa DOST TV Facebook page at YouTube channel. Mga napapanong balita tungkol sa agham at teknolohiya para sa bayan, ang hatid namin sa inyo ngayong Biyernes dito lang sa DOST Report. Magandang agham Pilipinas. Ako po si Oring Miranda, ang inyong kapatid sa Ibabaw-id. At kasama po natin ang kalihim ng kagawaran ng agham at teknolohiya, ang nag-iisang DOST Secretary Fortunato Boy de la Peña. Magandang araw po, Sec Boy.
Magandang araw naman, Onin, at sa lahat ng ating taga-subaybay.
At mamaya po para sa huling yugto ng DOST in the Region series, DOST programs para sa special communities at geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas naman ang ating pagtutuunan ng pansin. Pero bago yan, pakinggan muna natin ang mga balitang hatid ni Sec Boy.
Salamat, Onin. Gaya ng dati, magsisimula tayo sa mga accomplishments this week tungkol sa kalusugan. Tapos susundan ang kabuhayan, kaayusan at kinabukasan. So the first report under kalusugan is a report from our Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, or the DOST-PCHRD. They reported the start of the WHO Solidarity Trial for vaccines in Philippine General Hospital, Lung Center, and Makati Medical Center. The Solidarity Trials for Vaccines organized by the WHO recruited its first volunteer last September 30, 2021. To date, the following sites have already recruited and administered the first dose of the study vaccine: Philippine General Hospital, 438, Lung Center of the Philippines, 159, Makati Medical Center, 90. Other trial sites will also be involved. They will be receiving the full 2-dose regimen and will be followed up by researchers. The Philippines is one of 3 countries in the world where the Solidarity Trial for Vaccines was launched. The 2 other countries are Colombia and Mali. The Philippines is committed to be one of the initial countries participating in the Solidarity Trial for Vaccines. A number of new vaccines using innovative platforms will be included in the trial. The second report under kalusugan also comes from the Philippine Council for Health Research and Development. They have given an update on the so-called Amplified DNA Detection System, or ADDS, for the detection of SARS-CoV-2. This project is a partner project of the MyPCR project that will develop an amplified DNA detection system based on low-cost lateral flow diagnostic strips, or the LFD strips, to selectively detect the viral nucleic acids that are output of the MyPCR device. The results of the experiment conducted for ADS, they have 4 streams. So the experiment conducted was for the stream 2, which involves the loss of probe and competition probe, showed that the efficiency of the probe cannot be fully utilized for PCR assay. So they went to stream 4 of the ADS stream, and the experiment was performed, and recent results showed that it is ideal for PCR assay. So further optimization will be done for the stream 4 experiment. The third report comes from the DOST Food and Nutrition Research Institute, And this is regarding the conduct of nutrition training. They did it through what they call Project Anak. You know, it's very difficult to conduct face-to-face training now. So a two-day training under Project Anak or the DOST Pinoy training in modules using recorded videos was conducted in the municipality of Imelda and Zamboanga, Sibugay. The pandemic protocols prevented the DOST FNRI staff to conduct face-to-face training. Thus, recorded videos of the modules and training materials were sent to LGU Imelda. The on-site training was facilitated by the Municipal Nutrition Program Coordinator following the health and safety protocols. A total of 80 community health workers, they are barangay nutrition scholars and barangay health workers from the 18 barangays of LGU Imelda were trained last October 14 to 15, 2021. This project, Project Anak, it actually means Accelerated Nutrient Advocacy for Kids, is a model delivery system for complementary feeding interventions aimed to alleviate the malnutrition problem among infants and young children from 6 months to 2 years old. The next report comes from the DOST Industrial Technology Development Institute, and this is regarding the inauguration of the Biosafety Level 2 Plus Laboratory. Last October 21, the DOST Industrial Technology Development Institute inaugurated its Biosafety Level 2 Laboratory under the Virology and Vaccine Institute of the Philippines program. The BSL-2 laboratory is located at the Environment and Biotechnology Division of the ITDI. And this Environment and Biotechnology Division is actually the primary implementer of the BIP projects or the Virology and Vaccine Institute projects. The state-of-the-art facility was designed based on existing WHO guidelines for establishing virology laboratories, ensuring compliance with biosafety and biosecurity protocols. It is a dedicated laboratory for virology research that will provide the researchers a safe place for conducting the initial projects for the vaccine, for the Virology and Vaccine Institute of the Philippines, while also ensuring the safety and security of the community and the environment. The new BSL-2 laboratory is equipped with an incubation and storage room that stores the incubators, ultra-low temperature freezers, this is up to minus 80 degrees centigrade, and minus 20 degrees centigrade freezers, as well as other equipment like spectrophotometers for RNA and DNA quantification. The establishment of the BSL-2 laboratory affirms the program for the Virology and Vaccine Institute of the Philippines, their commitment to virology and vaccine research to control the spread of viral diseases and address infectious threats. Now I will move over to Kabuhayan. The first one is a report by our Philippine Council for Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resources, R&D, or PICARD. They have introduced an Internet of Things smart greenhouse hydroponics. This is actually a DOST Cradle project. The Cradle is the collaborative research to leverage the economy, and this is actually a partnership between a company and a research institution. So this Cradle funded and Picard Monitor project on locally made smart hydroponics has just recently been completed, and the results show potential for improving hydroponics farm enterprises. With the application of Internet of Things technologies, the monitoring and control of growth parameters for lettuce grown in a nutrient film technique hydroponic system can now be automated. The research team from Iloilo Science and Technology University, or ISATU, led by project leader Dr. Renerio Mucas, developed the hardware and firmware components and installed and tested them at Eprata Farms in Badyangan, Iloilo City. The smart greenhouse hydroponics is equipped with sensors and communication technologies that automatically captures data on essential parameters such as temperature, acidity or pH, electrical conductivity, and water flow. The collected data goes through an Internet of Things platform for monitoring, analysis, and control. Aside from monitoring from a personal computer, the use of the Android app enables a farm manager to remotely monitor the system's status or control specific actuators for flow of water, for fertigation, and for water cooling. Traditionally, microclimate and agronomic parameters are recorded manually and inconsistently. This smart greenhouse minimizes labor work, making it less tedious, and it helps improve efficiency in the use of resources and nutrients while optimizing yield gain. Another report on kabuhayan comes from DOST ITDI, although this is still kabuhayan in the making. They showcased 3D printing through their Winnovations Tech Test 2021. So last October 2021, the DOST, Industrial Technology Development Institute, or ITDI, through their Material Science Division and in partnership with the DOST Metals Industry Research and Development Center, or MIRDC, opened the 3D Printing Innovation Tech Fest for 2021 with the theme Accelerating Progress Through Additive Manufacturing Technologies. This innovation contest is a venue for researchers, designers, artists, and technology developers to exhibit their ingenuity and creativity to 3D printing technology. The concept of this event started when the AMSEN team, led by Dr. Bessie Basilia, conducted a benchmarking activity in 2018 at the Singapore Center for 3D Printing. One of the outputs of this benchmarking activity was to organize a nationwide 3D printing contest to bring awareness about the establishment of AMSEN and to promote its capabilities and services. The first 3D Printing Innovation Tech Fest was officially launched during the Additive Manufacturing Day in September 2019. The next report is from FPRDI. They have been introducing actually new technologies for the production of better bamboo musical instruments. So the bamboo musical instruments team recently conducted an online output presentation and validation with the National Commission on Indigenous Peoples, Davao, and the Bagobo tribe. The activity is part of the Bamboo Musical Instruments Project, which has to document Philippine indigenous bamboo musical instruments. The National Commission for Indigenous People requires the validation of outputs to ensure that all gathered information is correct and will not harm the tribe and their culture in any way. So apart from the documentation of the bamboo species used by the Bagobo tribe for BMI production, a short video featuring two BMI partners and a draft compendium listing their BMIs were presented to the Bagobo tribe. Other outputs that were validated include the ethnographic report of the tribe and some teaching modules from the UP Center for Ethnomusicology. Now, still on Kabuhayan, we have a report that QS Region 1 awards a setup assistance. This is actually more of an advance that they have to repay. They awarded 425,000 to upgrade a grains post-harvest facility in La Union. So through its Provincial Science and Technology Center in La Union, they have awarded a total of 425,000 to Payas Rice Mill. And this will be part of the setup project entitled Technology Upgrading of a Grains Post-Harvest Facility. The awarded amount will be used to acquire rice huller machine that intends to increase the volume of production and the sales of Payas Rice Mill by at least 25%. It also aims to increase the establishment's productivity by 17% and generate employment by one worker in the first year of the project implementation. The next, still under Kabuhayan, is a report from DOST Region 2. They held a feeding program and they distributed relief packs as well as multipurpose drying facilities for the Dinagats. As part of its corporate social responsibility activity in the Cagayan Valley, DOST Region 2 conducted a feeding program to 100 members of the Dumagat tribe on October 9, 2021. The primary goal of the activity was to support and empower the most isolated areas in the region. It is also one of the ways of the agency to give back to the community. The donors of the activity were the OST Region 2 personnel and the Association of Cagayan Valley's competent and excellent science tech scholars, or ACCESS, supervised by the Assistant Regional Director, Mary Ann Maglasin, and presided by the association's president, Engineer Mark Hizon. DOST2 also gave essential relief packs and goods for 100 households together with 25 units of multipurpose drying facility to help them dry their produce during rainy seasons, since the area is frequently affected by typhoons. The said activity was spearheaded by the Provincial Science and Technology Center of Isabela. Still on Kabuhayan, our DOST Calabarzon, together with the Cavite State University, launched their first mobile coffee processing hub. The DOST Calabarzon officially launched the DOST technology in the region for the upscaling of community knowledge, or DOST, a food safety compliant and mobile food processing hub currently stationed in Magallanes, Cavite. The DOST Metals Industry Research Development Center, or MIRDC, fabricated and tested the mobile hub. The Cavite State University is the principal partner of the DOST Calabarzon in the premier operationalization of the DOST track with the tagline featuring Cavite's finest coffee. The new vacuum press drying facilities for the Calabarzon Food Solutions Hub is also going to be very useful to our coffee processors. Next is another collaboration between DOST Calabarzon and Cavite State University. They have developed tissue culture growth chamber for coffee seedlings. The collaboration between DOST Calabarzon, Cavite State University, and National Coffee Research Development and Extension Center germinated the technology piloting on the tissue culture growth chamber, aiming to produce disease-free seedlings in even shorter periods of time. Through the growth chamber innovation, tissue cultured embryos are subjected to a tightly controlled environment, thus decreasing the chance of plant contamination and mortality rate. With its promising appeal to the market, the technology is foreseen to open more opportunities for the government and private organizations to put up income-generating tissue culture laboratories, consequently elevating the game of coffee and makapuno industry. Still on Kabuhayan, our Region 5, DOST 5, assists a maker of high-quality products using stainless steel, acrylic, and glass. This is actually another small enterprise technology upgrading program, and actually Ms. Jean Paul, the Jean Pauline Advertising was assisted. It's a maker of high-quality stainless steel, acrylic, and glass products in Pili, Camarines Sur. The company offers services for advertisements, honorary giveaways, awards, and souvenirs. And through the years, G. Pauline Advertising gained local customers that included state universities and colleges, government institutions, and hospitals in the province of Camarines. Despite its significant accomplishments, the company struggled in their production. So the multiple operational challenges faced by the firm brought the proprietor to apply for the DOST Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program to address and provide upgrading on their business. The next report, still on Kabuhayan, is from DOST Region 10, assisting the first cacao butter enterprise. So Ben Cal's Food Product is a micro-enterprise in Pangantukan, Bukidnon, which recently availed the setup program. So with DOST 10's intervention, the cacao-based business was able to purchase brand new industrial hydraulic butter extractor, industrial colloid mill, and industrial multipurpose grinder that made them become the first cacao butter producer in northern Mindanao. With the improved technical knowledge and equipment, some of their products are also being sold abroad to their family and friends. Currently, their local market is from Cebu and Manila, and they are projected to increase their sales by 175% after full utilization of the equipment. Aside from equipment, DOST Bukidnon will also be assisting them in their FDA LTO application and will link them to free technical consultations with the GMP to packaging and labeling. And now we move on to the DOST Region 2 partnering with Philippine Marines, DepEd, and LGU Apari in bringing science and technology to Fuga Island. The DOST Region 2 in partnership with the Philippine Marines, DepEd, and the local government of Apari launched the project Bringing Hope to Fuga Island on October 28, 2021. Fuga is a geographically isolated and disadvantaged barangay, and DOST desires to bring in hope for the community through the community empowerment, science and technology, or SES, through science, technology, and innovation interventions. As an example, the Starbucks will make science and technology materials available and give hope to the students in the economically challenged schools and communities in the island. Hope, therefore, is being seen better by SNT inclined children. The partnership will bring hope to the table through livelihood economic activities, hope to the farmers and fishers through better drying of their produce, to the multipurpose solar drying place, and hope for safer water for everyone. The project will also bring hope for the health and nutrition of the children. With the help of the different agencies of DOST, relevant and significant interventions are expected to improve the quality of life in Fuga Island. Now we move to kaayusan. The first is the forging of a partnership between the DOST Advanced Science and Technology Institute and the Department of Transportation for a road incident database in the Philippines. The DOST Advanced Science and Technology Institute, or ASTI, and the Department of Transportation forged a partnership for the data for road incident visualization, evaluation, and reporting, or driver. This is a database for road incident data in the Philippines developed by the Department of Transportation in partnership with the World Bank. Through the driver database and its visualization feature, the Department of Transportation aims to prevent fatal accidents and ensure road safety in the country. And we still have items on on kaayusan. We have DOST PBOX and DOST ASTI, or the Advanced Science and Technology Institute, renewing partnership to support GeoRisk PH and DynaSlope. The DOST Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PBOX, and the DOST Advanced Science and Technology Institute, or ASTI, renewed their partnership to continue supporting the GeoRisk and DynaSlope services of DOST PBOX and DOST ASTI COARE. In hosting GeoRisk PH services and sub-services through COARE Science Cloud Service, GeoRisk PH aims to be the country's source of information for accurate and efficient hazards and risk assessment. On the other hand, DynaSlope develops an early warning system for landslides. DynaSlope is also using the Science Cloud Service to accommodate its stakeholders' needs for data viewing and dissemination of early warning. Then we have still on kaayusan, the DOST Calabarzon, and again, Cavite State University developed a field test kit for lambanog safety. So DOST Calabarzon featured a technology developed in partnership with Cavite State U to address the buzzing lambanog issue that caused intoxication and death due to high levels of methanol. The issue attracted national attention and raised fears, subsequently causing a negative impact on small local brewing businesses in Calabarzon. In efforts led by project leader Dr. Josea Matel of CABSU and John Uriel Layos of the DOST SEI, the team actually produced a simple, fast, and affordable field test kits for business owners by taking samples and treating them, The observable change in its hue can now help local brewers determine whether or not their products are safe for human consumption. With the new technology, the locally brewed alcoholic beverages can be enjoyed without fear or worries. Still on Kaayusan, I just would like to report also another PBOLX activity, and this was the conduct of the 2021 Tsunami Summit. The UST PBOLX conducted a 3-day workshop held on October 5 to 7, called Consultation E-Workshop for a Harmonized Program on Tsunami DRR. The workshop aimed to provide a venue for a coordinated, multi-organization, multi-stakeholder discussions on reduction of tsunami risks. One of the highlights of the program is the introduction of the nationwide Tsunami Coping Capacity Initiatives Program in collaboration with GeoRisk PH Initiative, which designed the dashboard and online data collector. Earlier this year, the OSTP Box designed a template to be able to gather baseline data for local government units on tsunami DRR initiatives. The survey is part of data gathering for comprehensive documentation of all initiatives related to tsunami disaster risk reduction or DRR. Another news from PBOX is that they turned over 6 earthquake project site response atlases to local government units and to the DPWH. So on October 22, 2021, the DOST Box held the virtual launch and turnover ceremony of the specific earthquake project site response atlases. Now we move to kinabukasan, and the first project here is the award given by DOST Region 10, a 1 million peso R&D grant to Xavier University for indigenous microorganisms research. DOST 10, through the Northern Mindanao Consortium for Health Research and Development, or NORMINCO HRD, allocated and transferred 1 million pesos to Transfer University Ateneo de Cagayan. The funding is allocated for the research project on the formulation of microbial skills from indigenous microorganisms or IMOs as alternative to conventional pesticides and as biodegradation enhancers for compostable waste. The agency provided capacity building activities to help the researchers in developing an outcome and impact-oriented research project. The next report is that the DOST participated in the 8th InnoSite workshop. And the DOST was represented by Assistant Secretary for International Cooperation, Leia Buendia. Okay? And this had a theme entitled Building Capacity for Post-Pandemic Resilient Economy Development. So the InnoSite workshop focused its discussion on understanding the science and technology and innovation policies and strategies needed to ensure resilience and sustainability after COVID-19. It also showcased the best practices of digitally enabled recovery in the new normal. The last item in our report is that the DOST has inked a Memorandum of Understanding with the Singapore Cooperation Enterprise or SCE on science and technology cooperation. The DOST signed, together with the Singapore Cooperation Enterprise, a Memorandum of Understanding or MOU on scientific and technological cooperation on October 25, 2021. Signatories to the MOUs were myself and the Singapore Cooperation Enterprise Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Pong Wee Moon. This Science Cooperation Enterprise serves as the single window for collaboration and partnerships of Singapore with foreign governments to generate economic spin-offs from the country's private sector. It scopes out and tailor-fits possible solutions to match the needs of foreign governments and help meet their development objectives. Under the Memorandum of Understanding, both DOST and the Singapore Cooperation Enterprise commit to carry out joint scientific and technological activities with relevant public sector and or private enterprises on the areas of water and waste management, food safety and security, aquaculture, digital governance, and other areas that DOST and the Singapore Cooperation Enterprise may mutually agree on.
Maraming salamat po, Secretary Boy. Natuloy po ninyo ang kabuuan ng DOST updates para sa nagdaang linggo. Sa amin pong pagbabalik, makakasama po natin muli ang ilan sa mga regional directors ng DOST para ibahagi nila sa atin ang ilan sa kanilang Science for the People programs. Higit sa lahat ang mga teknolohiya at inobasyon para sa special communities at geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas o GIDA sa kanilang mga reyon. Yan po ang panayam kasama Secretary Boy sa pagbalik po ng DOST Report. Kayo po'y nakatutok sa DOST Report. Nasa 109,35,343 ang kabuang bilang ng populasyon ng Pilipinas. Ayon po yan sa huling tala ng Philippine Statistics Authority noong nakaraang taon. At layunin nga po ng Department of Science and Technology na mailapit ang agham at teknolohiya sa bawat Pilipino. Kaya naman sa tulong ng mga regional offices, sinisikap pong abutin ng DOST ang mga komunidad sa pinakamalalaking lugar na walang access sa impormasyon, sa teknolohiya at sa komunikasyon para matugunan ang kanilang pangangailangan at masolusyonan ang kanilang suliranin sa buhay sa tulong ng agham, teknolohiya at inobasyon. Sabi nga natin sa DOST, we want to bring science to the people.
Mga kaonin, ngayong araw na ito, aalamin natin kung papaano ang science, technology at innovation ay nakatutulong para maiangat ang pamumuhay ng ating mga kababayan na nasa mga special communities o kaya yung mga geographically isolated and disadvantaged communities. At itong ating tatlong regional directors ang ating tatanungin tungkol dyan.
Tatlong DOST regional directors po ang magbabahagi ng kanilang Science for the People project. Sa araw na ito, i-welcome po natin sina Dr. Julius Cesar V. Sicat, Regional Director, DOST Region 3, Engineer Jesus F. Zamora Jr., OIC, Regional Director, DOST Region 7, Engineer Sammy P. Malawan, Regional Director, DOST Region 12. At pag-uusapan po natin ang DOST in the region, Science, Technology, and Innovation for Special Communities.
Ganda kombinasyon natin. Meron tayo sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at sa Mindanao. Umpisahan natin sa ating director sa Central Luzon, si Director J.C. Sicat.
Magandang araw, Sir Boy, at sa mga kasama natin ngayon, sina RD Sam Malawan, OIC RD Jess Zamora, at syempre kay Sir Onin. At sa lahat ng sumusubay po sa atin ngayong araw na to, magandang araw po.
Una po sa lahat, Director Sicat, saan po makilala ang Region 3?
Unang-una, Sir Onin, ang Central Luzon ang pangunahing producer o source ng bigas sa Pilipinas, di ba? Ayon nga sa Philippine Statistics Authority noong 2017, ang total na production ng bigas ay 19.28 million metric tons. At alam mo, Sir Onin, 19% ang pinoproduce ng Central Luzon or 3.63 million metric tons. Kaya naman tinatawag tayong Rice Granary of the Philippines. Meron tayong 7 probinsya at kilala ang gitnang Luzon sa mayamang kultura, masasarap na pagkain at makulay na pista. Kasama dyan syempre yung sayaw sa Obando, Bulacan, Giant Lantern Festival at masasarap na luto ng pagkain sa Pampanga at syempre yung matatamis na mangga sa Zambales. masigla ang larangan ng pagnenegosyo sa ating rehiyon, lalo na sa 14 na lungsod at 2 highly urbanized cities ng Angeles at Olongapo. At nais kong bigyang pansin, Sir Onin, na maraming ethnic groups o indigenous people sa Central Luzon, mula sa mga Aita na naninirahan sa mga probinsya ng Bataan, Pampanga, Tarlac at Zambales, hanggang sa mga Dumagat tribes at Ilongot sa Bulacan, Nueva Ecija at Aurora. Ito ang dahilan kung bakit ang DOST Region 3 ay nagbibigay ng kaukulang pansin o prioridad na matulungan ng ating mga kapatid na katutubo sa pamamagitan ng Science for the People and ang ating community empowerment through science and technology na tuloy-tuloy na sinusuportahan ng ating mahal na Senador Kagalang-galang Joel Villanueva. Ayon sa 2020 census, mayroong total 12,422,172 ang populasyon ng aming rehiyon, kung saan pinakamaraming naninirahan sa Bulacan, sumusunod ng Pampanga at ang pinakakonti po sa Zambales. Ang Central Luzon ay kahanggan ng Metro Manila, kung kaya't napakalaki ng kontribusyon ng aming rehiyon sa mga aktibidad sa ating National Capital Region.
Director JC, base ba sa pakikipag-usap mo sa kanila, ano karaniwan ang kailangan at ano yung mga challenges na kinakaharap ng ating mga kababayan dyan sa mga special communities na yan o kaya doon sa mga geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas?
Sir, ang pinakamalaking challenge po sa kanila ay maski nung wala pa ang pandemic, of course, ay trabaho o matatag na pagkukunan ng kita na maaari nilang gamitin sa pagsuporta sa kanilang pamilya. Ang pagsasaka at iba pang minsan-minsang hanap buhay ay hindi sumasapat upang matugunan ng kanilang pang-araw-araw na pangangailangan. Karagdagan pa dito, ang access sa malinis na tubig ay isa rin sa nagiging hamon sa GIDA communities, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga kapatid na katutubo. Sa pagkilala sa problemang ito, ang DOST Region 3 sa pamamagitan ng programang CEST ay natukoy ang mga potensyal na proyektong pangkabuhayan na makapagbibigay ng trabaho at kita sa ating mga kababayan upang makatulong sa kanilang pagtugon sa pangangailangan ng mga pamilya, gayon din sa pagkakaroon ng kolaborasyon sa iba't ibang institusyon upang mabigyan ng access sa malinis na tubig ang mga katutubo. At alam naman po natin kung gaano kahalaga ang malinis na tubig. Ang kawalan nito ay isang dahilan bakit nagkakasakit ang mga naninirahan sa mga malalayong lugar, lalong-lalo sa mga kabundukan, na kasamaang palad ay malayo din sa serbisyo ng mga doktor.
Alright. Director, paano po natutugunan ng agham, teknolohiya at inobasyon ang mga nabanggit po ninyong suliranin at pangailangan ng mga komunidad na ito? At masasabi niyo ba na maganda ang collaboration niyo sa LGUs, particular na po sa pagtulong ng mga special o sa mga special communities at GIDA?
Unang-una, Sir Onin, nagkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag nating technology needs assessment sa bawat komunidad upang matukoy namin yung tamang intervention na ibibigay sa kanila. Isa po ito sa pinakamahalagang hakbang na ginagawa ng lahat ng ahensya ng DOST upang ang teknolohiya na ating ibibigay ay siguradong akma sa kanilang pangangailangan. Halimbawa na lamang dito, yung proyektong na-implement natin sa Barangay Conversion, Pantabangan, Nueva Ecija, at sa Sitio Kamachilin na Buklod, Florida Blanca, Pampanga, kung saan ay gusto kong ipagmalaki na katulong po natin ang mayor at vice mayors ng mga nasabing lugar. Sa conversion po, tayo ay nag-implement ng cashew nuts processing facility at tayo po ay nagkaloob ng colloid mill, pedal sealer machine, gas oven, at multi-purpose solar drying trays upang higit na mapaganda natin yung produkto ng ating mga katutubo at ang ating mga kababayan sa geographically isolated communities na ito upang ang kanilang mga produkto ay masigurong malinis at ang tamang paraan ng pagpapatuyo ay nagagamit upang ito ay walang amag o bakterya na karaniwang nagiging problema ng mga produkto. Ganon din po sa conversion, special ARC credit cooperative na binigyan natin ng kaukulang tulong tungkol sa mushroom production. At ito po ay sinagawa natin sa pakikipagtulungan natin sa Central Luzon State University Center for Tropical Mushroom Research and Development. At alam po ninyo, upang masolusyonan natin yung problema sa malinis at ligtas na tubig ng mga katutubong Aita, ay inimplement natin yung proyektong hydraulic ram pump o hydram kung tawagin. Hindi na bagong teknolohiya ito pero epektibo pa rin sa pagsagot sa mga problema ng ating mga komunidad na walang maayos na access sa tubig at hindi rin ito nangangailangan ng kuryente. Upang sapat na mapakinabangan ng komunidad, ang tubig na kaya nitong isupply. Alam nyo, Sir Onin, ang hydram project na i-deploy natin sa Sitio Camachile ay kayang mag-akyat ng tubig ng 22 liters per minute. Dire-diretso sa storage tank na nakalagay malapit sa kabahayan ng ating mga kapatid na katutubo. At nakadugtong ito sa multimedia filtration system na gumagamit ng activated carbon, maliliit na bato, magaspang at pinong buhangin. Ito po ay isang proyekto na produkto ng research na ginawa ni Engineer Inla Salonga na siya ring project leader mula sa Don Honorio Ventura State University Research Development and Extension Services. Para sa pagpapatuloy ng pagpapaunlad at pagpapalakas ng komunidad ng Sitio Camachile, kami rin po ay nakipag-partner sa Pampanga State Agricultural University para na rin sa implementasyon ng proyektong gulayan sa barangay upang mas lalong mapakinabangan natin yung tubig na sinusupply ng ating hydram. At bukod po sa GIDA at IP communities, mayroon din tayong mga katangi-tanging proyekto para sa mga rebel returnees sa Zambales, gayon din po sa mga grupo ng mga sundalo sa Camp Odonel Capas, Tarlac. At sa hinaharap, meron po tayong darating na bagong proyekto, katulong po natin ang Special Action Forces Wounded Personnel sa Bulacan.
Maraming salamat po, Dr. Julio Cesar V. Sicat, Regional Director ng Region 3. Mula Central Luzon, dumako naman po tayo sa Central Visayas. Makasama po natin si Engineer Jesus F. Zamora Jr., ang Officer in Charge sa DOST Region 7. Magandang araw po, Engineer Zamora.
Magandang araw din, Onin. Magandang araw kay Secretary Boy at kay kina Director Sicat and Director Malawan at sa lahat ng sumusubaybay sa atin ngayong araw na ito.
Una muna salamat Dr. JC doon sa iyong mga paliwanag at ngayon naman ay hihilingin ko kay Engineer Jess na tayo ay ipasyal sa kanyang rehiyon, ang rehiyon ng Central Visayas. Ano ba ang sikat diyan?
Ang rehiyon ng Central Visayas is composed of 4 island provinces, no? So we have Cebu, Bohol, Siquijor, and the other half of Negros or the Negros Oriental. So, ang Central Visayas, hindi siya masyadong into agriculture except siguro sa Negros Oriental for the sugarcane. Pero ang Central Visayas is known sa industry, services, at saka sa tourism. Kasi ano kami, you can see nasa amin yung maraming mga beaches, no? So if you go to Cebu, Bohol, and Siquijor, you would have the mga white sandy beaches that you could enjoy, no? So sinabi nila, ang Region 7 daw is divided into by water. Pero sa amin sinabi namin, we are connected by water, no? So parang it's a positive outlook of that. Meron din kaming maraming aside from the beaches, makikita nyo yung mga adventure areas namin. We have Osmeña Peak, andun yung Butanding, yung the whale watching, and meron kaming ano namin siguro matagal ng tourist attraction is the Chocolate Hills in Bohol, no? So nakikita namin na yung Region 7 is really more on the tourism-oriented industries, no? So andun na yung mga services that support the tourism industry. So from Cebu, Bohol, Siquijor, and of course the Negros Oriental. So kung matandaan niyo, yung Chocolate Hills is one of the wonders, no, na paano ba yon, no? And it's one of the destination sa Region 7 sa Bohol. So kung sasabihin nating Chocolate Hills, di marami na rin chocolate sa Bohol. Kung sasabihin niya na, chocolate. Yeah, yes, of course, there are a lot of chocolate o cacao areas that are being planted in Bohol. Even though we are not like Davao, but sa Bohol, when you go to Bohol, the first thing that they will offer you through as their part sa hospitality is what we call the sikwati, no? If you know that, that's the local of our chocolate drink from Tablia. So itong chocolate na ano na namin sa Bohol is we tried to develop this industry. Ang industry sa chocolate para man-akma sa chocolate hills. So we really look at the chocolate industry sa Bohol from the start, galing pa sa plantation until sa product na niyan, which is the tablia or the chocolate. So, but however, ang challenge namin dito sa region is that there are list of these people working into the chocolate industry, no? Kasi parang there are other tourism services that are needed. So ang mga young people are not going into this old traditional job of making chocolate. So ang challenge namin dito is how to entice and how to have workers that would concentrate on doing chocolate so that the industry could bloom. So yun ang isang namin dito, Onen.
Apo, ibig sabihin po pala, Director, kakulangan sa trained individuals ang problema sa chocolate making sa Bohol. Paano po ito nabigyan ng solusyon ng DOST?
Yeah. So yan talaga ang challenge namin. Paano natin ma-entice ang mga tao to go back to the chocolate industry. However, with the help of the International Deaf Education Association, nakita namin yung, di ba tayo, we are looking at inclusivity. Yung inclusive, lahat, walang mapabayaan kahit special community. So nakita namin yung mga deaf, impaired, mga physically challenged ang kanilang hearing. Sila sa amin. They went to us, what can we help? So because they're looking at the technology. So we look at their people, and then kasi the International Deaf Academy, meron silang Bohol Deaf Academy. So we work with the academy, and we work with their students. These are students, no? These are students. They have their school. This is a school that is accredited by the Department of Education. So, but there is no senior high school for the deaf. Ngayon, there is no senior high school for the deaf. So sila lang ang nag-offer for senior high school for the deaf. So part of the training sa senior high school nila is itong chocolate making. And it's really very fulfilling to see nga. Kasi yung mga deaf, when they go into the training process, very focused, no? Very focused sila, and these are the workers that we need, focused and very dedicated to the craft. So kasi hindi sila magchismisan Onen, no? While they are on training. Very focused sila, and the support of the foundation is also very overwhelming. So these people are also hired sa kanilang mga establishments. They have a garden cafe where ang mga the waiters, the servers are the deaf, and they have the hotel, they have the Dao Hotel, which also is being run by the deaf people. So malaking tulong, saka malaki rin yung fulfillment namin na makatulong sa kanila. The challenge lang is how to impart the learning to these people. So we need somebody kasi to do the sign language for us. So right now we are supporting them, and they are planning to have a parang manufacturing village near the chocolate hills, wherein the tourists can look at from the start to the finish of the chocolate. And we are also linking with one farm, yung what we call the one manufacturing company, or one plantation in Bohol who is planting cacao. So the whole value chain tinitingnan na namin ngayon. And DOST is helping them from the plantation up to the processing and then tuloy-tuloy na yun doon sa marketing ng product nila.
Yes, ano na ngayon ang status nitong proyekto na ito? Ano ang update dito sa project na ito? At yan ba ay tinutulungan tayo ng local government units?
Yes, Secretary. Tumutulong din ang provincial government dito, no, sa kanilang on the marketing aspect nila. Ngayon, they have now the company they call the Karakua. So may brand na ang chocolate nila, tinawag nilang Karakua chocolate. What is Karakua? Karakua, this is a vessel, no, that is being used by the Visayan warriors before. This is the Visayan warriors who fought against the invaders. So we have the Karakua. So the chocolate now is being branded as Karakua chocolate, and they have the company. They established the company, which is the Karakua Chocolate Company. So kasi Karakua daw is built to empower and transport future generation. That's the meaning of Karakua, no? So that's why they look at this as their brand, the Karakua. So they are now have the chocolate, the Karakua chocolate, and it is being distributed in their garden cafe, the Diamond, and the other tourist establishments here in Bohol. However, hindi pa masyadong maraming tourist ngayon, even though meron na. But hopefully, by siguro if we will open up, they can already have this chocolate.
Maraming salamat po, Engineer Jesus F. Zamora Jr., ang OIC sa DOST Region 7. Tapos na tayo sa Luzon at Visayas. Nadako naman po tayo sa Mindanao. Makasama po natin si Engineer Sammy P. Malawan, ang Regional Director ng DOST Region 12. Magandang araw po, Director Malawan.
Ayos, magandang araw din, Sir Onen at sa kay Sir Sec Boy. Magandang araw din sa mga kasama ko ngayon, si RD Sikat at Engineer Zamora. At sa lahat po ng sumusubaybay sa ating ngayong araw na ito.
Pakilala mo naman sa ating mga taga-subaybay, ang Region 12.
Ayos, sir, maraming salamat po, sir. Unang-una po, sir, binabati po kayo ng lahat ng ating taga-subaybay ng isang makagham na hapon. Ang Region 12, nakilala sa tawag na SOC Sergeant, ay nasa timog bahagi ng Mindanao. At binubuo kami ng 4 na malalaking lalawigan at 4 ng syudad. Ang SOC Sergeant ay acronym para sa mga probinsya po ng South Cotabato, o ang tawag nila na Land of the Dreamweavers, ang Cotabato Province kung saan yan ang fruit basket of the South. Sultan Kudarat, nakilala bilang pangunahing producer ng kape. Ang Sarangani na tanyag sa magandang baybayin at syudad ng General Santos, nakilala bilang home of the champions at tuna capital ng bansa. Ang riyon po ay tinitirahan ng higit na 4,545,276 katao na mula sa iba't ibang tribo at may iba't ibang dialect tulad ng Bisaya, Hiligaynon, Tibuli, Bilaan, Manubo, Taga-Banwa, Ilonggo at marami pa pong iba. Sa katunayan, mayroong kaming 218,594 ayon po sa NCIP data na mga IPs sa rehiyon. Ito po ay sa Camotes, mayroon tayong 103,970 na mga bilaan dito po sa Sarangani Province. Sa South Cotabato na po, nandito po ang Tibuli, Manubo at saka bilaan din na may 81,991. Kasama na po dito yung tawag nila Tasadays. Nandito po yung dito sa may Lake Cebu, yung Tasaday na IP. At saka dito po sa Sultan Kudarat ay mga Manubo-Dulangan lang po at kasama rin ang Bilaan at saka Tiruray na bumubuo po ng 9,548 na katao. Ang Region 12 ay sadyang binibayaan kami ng yamang kailangan para sa kalinangan at kagalingan sa paggawa ng mga produkto na nakakaangat sa ekonomiya. Maliban sa kami ay malapit o gateway doon po sa Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, East ASEAN Route Area or BIMP-IAGA, ang region ay may mahabang mga baybayin, lambak at kamundukan. Ito rin ay nagpo-produce ng palay at saka mais. Marami po ang mga produkto gaya po ng kape, saging, pinya at well palm. Ito rin ay may likas na yamang dagat na pinagkukunan po ng 80% ng tuna industry ng bansa. Sagana rin po ang Region 12 sa mga metallic minerals gaya po ng gold, copper at saka iron. Maliban sa mga ecotourism destination gaya ng Lake Cebu, Mount Apo at ang Gumasa Beaches, historical caves at saka bird and bat sanctuaries, kabilang din po matagpuan dito ang mga world-class na infrastructure facilities gaya po ng General Santos International Airport, General Santos International Seaport, General Santos East Complex. Mayroon po kaming Malitubog Maridagao River Irrigation Systems, may Mount Apo Geothermal Plant po sa may Kidapawan banda at saka yung coal-fired power plant sa Maasim, Sarangani. At dito po itong Philippine National Halal Laboratory po natin dito sa Coronadal City.
Director Sammy, ano naman po ang masabi ninyong programs o projects ng DOST Region 12 na pinakamalapit po sa DOST tagline na Science for the People?
Ay, yes, Ronen. Isa sa mga pinakahalimbawa ng programa o proyekto na nagpapakatuto sa DOST tagline na Science for the People ay ang Community Empowerment on Science and Technology or yung CEST program. Dahil ito po ang naging entry point namin sa pagpasok po doon sa mga GIDAS or geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas po. So ito po ang isang programa na nagdala po ng Science for the People. Dala-dala po natin ang mga technology sa mga areas po na hindi nararating. Sa pamamagitan po ng CES na ito ay nakapagpatupad po tayo ng mga projects na yun po magsusolve po sa mga problema po sa mga GIDAS areas. At isa na rin po ang yung hydraulic ram pump project wherein nagbibigay tayo ng malinis na tubig para doon sa mga areas na wala pong mga water facilities kasi alam niyo Sir Uneng, yung mga area na yan dating mga infested ill-catch areas yan. So noon siguro na nila na parang napabayaan. Ngayon po dahil po sa CES program ng DOST, sa direction po na binigay sa atin ng ating mahal na Secretary Sekboy, napuntahan po namin yung mga areas na yan, dala ang science and technology. Nagbigay po tayo ng life sa kanila dahil po sa tubig. At hindi lang po yun, kasama po mga Starbucks na ibigay namin dyan, mga processing facilities po, at sa mga trainings, para po ma-process yung mga locally available na resources niya gaya ng banana, carrots, yung mga kasaba. Pagdating po namin, iyon po, nag-conduct kami ng mga TNA para malaman namin kung ano ba ang kailangan nila na doon po papasok ang DOST.
Kumusta naman ang pakikipagtulungan ninyo sa LGUs, particular na nga dito sa pagtulong sa mga special communities?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Kasi unang-una, sir, doon po sa pag-establish namin ng ramp pump po dito sa may Sultan Kudarat province, specifically po sa munisipyo po ng Senator Nino Aquino, unang-una, napakalakas o napakatibay ang support ng LGU. Dahil ang provincial government po, sa pamuno po ni Honorable Governor Teng Mangudadato, nag-provide po sila ng mga hauling trucks, yung mga trucks po, pagdala ng mga gamit namin from dito sa supply part hanggang dun sa bukid naman. Pagdating po sa munisipyo, si Mayor Nueva Ecija po ng SNA, nagpagawa pa po ng kalsada sir papunta doon. Subalit hindi makarating really doon sa site kasi it will winding at saka mataas po siya doon. Hindi kaya po sa ngayon nabigyan ng kalsada. Ang ginawa po ng barangay captain at saka yung barangay communities, sila po ang kumarga doon sa natin, sa mga materials para mapunta po sa project site. And then ang DOL po Region 12, DOLE, ay nag-provide po sa pamagitan po ng program nila na yung tupad na nag-provide din po sila assistance para po sa pagbayad sa labor for a period na hanggang hindi tapos po yung construction ng rampam. And then, ang Philippine Army po, ang siyang nagbigay sa amin ng securities at saka doon sa pag-organize ng grupo. So napakaganda po, sir, ang tulong ng LGU. Sa kapilanda ko po, dito sa North Cotabato, no less than Governor Katamco, ang pumunta po during sa mga training at saka bumigay ng capital doon sa mga GIDAS area para po maporsige yung production po ng mga processed foods na nabigay natin yung equipment sa kanila na process na ngayon, and din ang provincial government aside from po doon sa initial capital, binibili po yung mga products na yun. So mayroon silang captured market ngayon. So ganoon lang po, sir.
Alright. Muli po maraming salamat, Engineer Sammy P. Malawan, ang Regional Director ng DOST Region 12. Sekboy, baka may mga nais pakibabatid sa ating mga panauhin at mga taga-subaybay.
Una, nagpapasalamat ako sa ating mga panauhin ngayon, si Director J.C. Sikat ng DOST Central Luzon o Region 3, si Engineer Jess Zamora, ang Officer in Charge ng DOST Region 7, nakabase sa Cebu City, at si Director Sammy Malawan ng DOST Region 12 na nakabase ngayon sa General Santos City. Kapasalamat ako sa kanilang pagpapaliwanag na ginawa, lalo na yung ating mga activities na may kinalaman sa pagtulong sa mga special or disadvantaged communities. At ako naman ay naniniwalang dapat talaga natin silang tulungan, ika nga mabawasan ang hindi pagkakapantay-pantay at ika nga matikman naman nila ang mga benepisyo na nagmumula sa science and technology. Sabi ko nga kanina, dahil doon sa aming programa sa Puga Island, yung pag-turnover ng mga proyekto doon ay napaka-importante na i-develop yung mga lugar para yung mga kabataan hindi na kailangan umalis doon, At sila na yung magpatuloy sa pagpapa-unlad ng kanilang mga lugar. So, yun lang ang masasabi ko. Kita naman ninyo, iba-iba yung mga special communities. Mayroong mga indigenous peoples, may mga persons with disabilities, at iba-iba pang klase ng mga kailangan nating tulungan, na magagawa naman natin yun sa pamamaraan ng interventions with the science and technology. So, salamat muli, Director JC, Engineer Jess, and Director Sammy.
Alright. Sa amin pong pagbabalik, makasama po namin ni Secretary Boy at ng ating mga panauhin sa pagsagot sa mga tanong ng bayan. Wag po kayong magbibitiw. Babalik pa ang DOST report.
Walang sino man ang hindi naapektuhan sa pandemya ang ating kinaharap. At bilang bahagi ng medical workforce malapit sa akin, ang usapin ng paghahanap ng test kit upang makatulong sa kapwa Pilipino, lalong-lalo na sa mga bagong bayan, ang frontline.
At ang napili naming wisher sa episode na ito ay isang medical clinic na naghahanap ng mas mabilis ngunit reasonable ang presyo na COVID-19 test kit na magagamit nila sa pagtugon laban sa pandemya. Samahan ninyo kaming pasikatin ang mga kaalaman na magagamit ng ating mga kababayan. Ito ang Siyensya, Pinoy Popular Science para sa lahat.
Oras na para sagutin ni Secretary Boy ang tanong ng bayan. Para sa unang katanungan, mula po kay Bera Surara ng Radyo Agila Net 25 for Engineer Sammy Malawan. Ano po ang tinatawag na hydram project Sino-sino po ang target beneficiary nito? Na-implement na po ba?
Yes, magandang hapon po, Sir Onin, at saka sa ating taga-subaybay. Ito pong hydraulic ram pump ay isa pong teknolohiya na yung tubig po sa baba, ma-pump niya po pataas without using fuel. Wala pong engine ito at saka walang electricity, kundi yung pressure lang po ng tubig ang nagpatulak sa kanya from doon sa mababa na lugar papunta po sa taas. Ito po ang hydraulic ram. At saka sa ngayon po, mga 3 na pong units ang natapos namin na ma-install at saka masayang-masaya po yung mga GDAS areas. Dahil po, nabigyan natin sila ng life kasi water is life. Di ba? So, dati-dati, umuigib sila 300 to 500 meters away from the home.
Opo.
Ngayon po, nasa bakuran na po nila ang faucet na doon na po sila kumukuha ng tubig. So, napakasaya nila. Sir Onin, ang ano nito is, hindi lang po yung nadala natin yung technology, yung science doon sa community, kundi may malalim po na effect nito. Dahil ito po ay yung mga dating infested din sa makakaliwa. So, malaki masyado ang natin nagawa dito after mag-clear ng militar. So, ngayon binigyan natin sila ng livelihood. Nafe-feel nila ngayon, sir, na ang gobyerno nandyan pala sa kanila, hindi sila pinapabayaan. At so ngayon, mahirap na silang magbalik kasi aside from that, mayroon po kaming binigay ng mga Starbucks at saka mga processing equipment para sa mga products nila. Ganun po.
Alright. Maraming pong salamat. Ito naman po itanong mula kay Julio Yap, Panay News. Question for Director Sikat. How can the DOST help extremely remote communities like those being addressed by the Central Philippine State University in Negros Occidental, like for instance, providing electricity to powerless communities, etc.?
Ay, maraming salamat po sa katanungan na Sir Julio. At alam po ninyo, ang DOST hindi lang sa Central Luzon at hindi lang sa Negros, maging sa ibang panig po ay mayroon po tayong iba-ibang mga teknolohiyang ini-introduce katulad nga po ng solar power systems, ng microhydro, mayroon din po tayong mga wind power.
Apo.
At malapit na pong i-launch namin dito sa Central Luzon yung tinatawag namin na energy generator, no?
Apo.
At yan po ay tuloy-tuloy nating binabahagi, hindi lang sa pamamagitan ng Grant in Aid program ng DOST, gayon din po sa ating community empowerment through science and technology na of course lagi kong pinagpapasalamat sa ating butihing Senador Joel Villanueva na siya pong tuloy-tuloy na sumusuporta at nagbibigay ng pondo para sa ating implementasyon sa Central Luzon ng community empowerment through science and technology. Basta po na alam nating nangangailangan at alam nating makapagbibigay ng magandang epekto ang science and technology intervention, makakaasa po tayo, lumapit lang po tayo sa mga tanggapan ng DOST sa lahat ng provincial centers at sa lahat ng regional centers.
Alright. Maraming po salamat, Director Sikat. Ito naman po itanong mula kay Divina Pastora Reyes ng Unad Bayan, NCR News Weekly. Para kay Engineer Zamora, liban po sa mga nailunsad ninyong inisyatiba sa Science, Technology, and Innovation for Special Communities, meron ba kayong nais na idagdag sa malapit na hinaharap?
Yes, maraming salamat sa katanungan, no, Sir Onin, kay Ms. Reyes. Yes, talaga naman kami tayo sa DOST are always helping, no, for the future. Hindi lang sa ngayon, kundi tinitingnan natin yung hinaharap. Ang mga pundasyon na inalagay ng DOST ngayon are not just for the present generation. So nagano tayo ng mga teknolohiya talaga natin ngayon. Titingnan mo ang DOST, kami sa DOST Region 7 are very proud of our scholars. Napakarami na ano namin na scholars sa DOST at talagang inalagaan namin kasi sila ang hinaharap natin. Sila ang future of our science and technology. So ngayon ang ating mga scholars dito sa Region 7 ay kasama namin. Hindi lang sila doon sa kanilang state universities, ganon. Isinama namin sila sa mga gawain ng regional offices, no? When you siguro kung napanood nila yung aming National Science and Technology Week sa Central Visayas, very active ang aming scholars doon.
Yes, sir.
Sila talaga, sila ang gumagawa. Kaya nga napakaraming nanonood kasi yun ang mga scholars na talagang sinasama na namin sila. So, yung ngayon na mga ginawa natin na pagtulong sa mga entrepreneurs are ngayon presently. But itong ginagawa natin sa ating mga kabataan, those are the future. So, salamat sa tanong, Sir Ernie.
Alright. Sec Boy, bago po tayo magtapos, imbitahan po natin ang ating mga taga-subaybay na abangan ang Siyensya bukas.
Yan, sa ating mga taga-subaybay, inaanyayahan namin kayo na panoorin ang episode ng Siyensya at ito ay tuwing Sabado, ika-8 ng umaga at may reruns sa ika-4 ng hapon at kung linggo din, another 2 reruns, isang ika-8 ng umaga, isang ika-4 ng hapon. Ang episode nating ipapakita ngayon sa Siyensya ay may kinalaman sa pagkakatuklas ng ating local test kits para sa COVID-19. So, alamin natin kung paano ito nangyari.
Alright. Siyempre po mga kaibigan, nais po namin kayo imbitahan sa virtual celebration ng 2021 National Science and Technology Week sa darating na November 22 hanggang 28, 2021. Sa katunayan po, nagsimula na rin magdaos ng mga regional NSTWs sa iba't ibang reyon para ipakita ang mga makabagong produkto ng siyensya at teknolohiya at inobasyon na makatutulong sa ating mga mamamayan. Bisitahin lamang po ang www.nstw.dost.gov.ph at ng NSTW Facebook page para sa karagdagang informasyon at schedules po ng NSTW activities. Samantalang narito pang ilan sa mga DOST programs na dapat yung makatutukan. Mga kapatid, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtutok. Mas marami pang balita mula sa mundo ng siyensya at teknolohiya ang ating pag-uusapan. Kaya tutok lamang po tuwing Biyernes, alas 4 ng hapon dito sa DOST TV Facebook page. Ako po si Oning Miranda. Ito ang mga balita may kinalaman sa siyensya at teknolohiya para sa bawat Pilipino straight from the S&T Authority ng bansa. Ito ang DOST Report.